So like start of a new season, how are you feeling about it?
Excited to get going. Obviously, when you start in November, you're thinking, oh, it's months and months away. And then before you know it, you're counting down the days before it begins. And, in a week's time, we're ready to get going.
Last season, your team did quite well. Were you happy with how it went?
For the most part, yeah, we had a little bit of a bad patch in the middle of or towards the end of the season, but it was good because it's the first time we've experienced that in a long time. So we got through that and finished strongly, which was the main thing. But overall, based of how the season went, where we didn't have the same 11 games in a row, I think we did well.
It's disappointing to miss out on a Champions League place.
It's disappointing how those 3 games went. Without the opportunity to take it into the last couple of games, I think it's a little bit disappointing. But hopefully we can take that one step further this year.
How are you feeling about the pre-season? How it's gone?
It's been good. I can't deny it's been probably the best one that we've ever experienced. So it's been nice to have the majority of the team here and be able to work on things. But obviously pre-season is one thing, taking it into the season is another.
There's been some changes to the squad. You've got Katie Cousins back and some other players. How are you feeling about the squad?
It's good. Again, we've got a little bit more depth than we have done the previous years, which is going to be the key, whether or not you can achieve success. But yeah, it's very happy with the players that come in. Obviously, with the foreigners, we know that's usually quite a big turnover, which comes with us. But happy with the ones that we've got in and excited what they can do.
Are you gonna add some more players to the squad?
If someone comes available, we only have available for a European player. Again, that would probably be a player to boost to the squad, if anything, not really to come in and be a starter. So we're on the lookout, but we're not too stressed.
So you're not like actively looking for someone to come in?
No, so we've only got a week left, and so we're happy with the players that we've got. But it's always handy if we can get someone to help boost and just maybe offer something that we don't currently have. Then we'll take her.
When you look at like your first 11, you got like a really strong team now. Do you think you can challenge for the title?
I wouldn't say the title, but I think we can get a little bit closer. Breivik have strengthened really well. Obviously, Valor lost a couple of players, so you're looking to see what they've coming in. Shartman's just a solid team. Thorkawa, they're a little bit more of a machine this year. So it's difficult to say if we're going to compete for the title, but I would like to be in the fight for something towards the end of the season, as we are getting a little bit closer each year.
I feel like the league this year is quite strong and it's quite more even at the top. Top four maybe. Do you think it's going to be like a tight race?
I think so. And then when the league splits in the second half of the season, you'll have the top 6 teams that go in, and I think that's a great move. It'd be interesting to see how that pans out, because you'll have 5 extra games where everything could still be up to play for.
To ask you about Kata Tryggvadóttir, many people think she's the most exciting talent in the league. She had a really good last year and did very well with the under-19s. Had to get to a final tournament. Do you think she's going to have a great summer?
I hope so. I hope so. But she's come on a lot again this winter, tactically and with the ball, and she's just growing up in terms of physically, getting a little bit stronger, a little bit quicker. So I mean, the impact that she had last year was great, but the difference is now this year is that she's now going to be she's a known player. Obviously, she was known as a youth last year, but people weren't really sure how she was going to impact the team. But teams know about her now. So that's something that she's going to have to overcome and probably get a few more kicks and a little bit more man-marked, but I'm sure she can overcome it.
Does she have more responsibility in the team this year than compared to last year?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, obviously she's a very important player to us. I mean, we will look to use her as much as possible. But we've got Katie in there as well. Ola, Tanya, Freya, so we've got Sion. They all can offer something different attacking wise. So if Katla has a bad day or an off day, then we've got other threats from elsewhere.
You mentioned Ola. She's going to study in America. Does that have a big impact for your team?
Not really. As I say, I mean, she'll play until performances. She'll play before she goes out, and then we look to deal with it. But we've got Sierra in, who's going to be exciting to see how she does in this year. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not new, but it's not going to hamper our ability to move forward as a team.
Ola, she played her first international games with the senior team over the last couple of months. How great was it for you as a coach to see her play those games?
Oh, it was brilliant. It was fantastic. I'm glad she finally got the call up, and scoring 2 goals on the debut as well. We were watching in the office, and I did dance around and celebrate like a little child. And she gave me her shirt that I've got in the office as well. So I'm really proud of her to make that step up, and hopefully, when she gets back to full fitness, she'll be useful for staying in the July window, and hopefully she can get more goals then.
Great goal, the second goal in that first game.
Yeah, it's something we were working on beforehand, so it's nice to see that come off as well.
How is it just to see her journey through the years?
It's been brilliant. She came across as a character, and she still is that character. But to see her develop as a player, adding things to her game each year, it's been really great to see. And it's obviously she goes off to Harvard, so it's a little bit of a different experience as she develops there. But it's a player, and hopefully she can be a big impact, be a big star, not a massive star, a big player, best that way for Iceland in the future as a number 9.
She, last season, she dealt with some injuries. Is she good to go this year?
She's coming back again, because obviously when she was away for the national team for the Pinatar Cup, she got injured. So she's coming back. She's been training the last few weeks. I wouldn't say she's 100% by any means, so it's going to take her some time.
Finally, I have to ask you about the Reykjavik Mótið. The final has yet to be played. Is that game gonna be played?
No, it's the organisation of it hasn't been good enough. It wasn't, last year was a farce, and this year the organisation of it just wasn't up to standards that we were expecting. And so me and Peter and the clubs, we try to work things out, but it's just not happened, and it's not going to happen, and there just needs to be a shake-up of the competition, and basically who runs it, because it's 2 years in a row now that it's been a bit of a farce.
Is it disappointing not to be able to play that final game?
Yeah, but we retain it by default, don't we? So so it is, because obviously it's nice to play Valor, especially now that we can compete against them. But as I said, it is what it is. There was the organisation issues from KRR. It's nothing to do with KRC. It's definitely KRR, so it's on them. But yeah, it is what it is.
There's a week away now into the first game of the league. How excited are you?
It's good. You start getting little butterflies in the stomach. Anticipation. So very much looking forward to it.
Thank you, Nick, and good luck.